Hey, what's up, everyone? It is currently November 24th, 11:34 in the morning. I haven't been updating anyone on anything I've been doing. I don't know. There's some videos on my phone and I haven't uploaded those either. I just had a moment probably around the time that the president of the United States got COVID and all the things that started happening around that time where I was just like, I can't even right now. And I was still active for most parts in terms of like interacting with people I know online and trying to be continue what I felt was a big part of my responsibility in sharing information and showing support and all that kind of fun stuff. But anyways, I was doing the whole, uploading things and sending them to post a year later, kind of fun business, and kind of setting all that stuff up. But once that stuff happened, where the president got COVID, I was just like, okay, we're going into kooky la la land, and like this basically in reference to the stuff that followed within that week or two, and I just couldn't handle it. So I kind of checked out in that regard. But I wanted to make a video, and I've been thinking about trying to make a video for quite a while now. Because on a separate note, over the last month as well, or the last month or two, I started streaming on Twitch, and it started out being pretty casual, just testing out the waters. I had bought up a lot of this equipment, as you'd probably seen in prior videos, to kind of get ready for this. Started streaming out with my laptop here, and the response was better than I expected. It's not I wouldn't say like terribly fantastic, but it's kind of resulted in me deciding to, aside from the stuff that I'm doing with mobile app development, basically devote my daytime hours to streaming on Twitch, primarily Animal Crossing content, which is kind of hilarious. And I've sort of got like a small community building. And it's not just Animal Crossing, it's a variety of stuff. I just decided to invest really heavily into a really fantastic PC. I couldn't do a build it yourself setup like I wanted to, mainly because of the bot resellers making it impossible to get an RTX 3080, which was kind of like crucial to like my whole plan here. I spent the last 2 weeks kind of futzing around, trying to make a decision, trying to decide whether I was going to pull the trigger, because a huge investment that I can't exactly handle, and talked with Courtney about it, kind of like ran the numbers, looked at our finances, looked at the situation, looked at the effed up opportunity in the sense of being at home and not and having the freedom that me as a grown man couldn't have, or couldn't even expect to have at this time in my life. But currently, I'm here. I'm home 24/7, and super lucky to be currently stable in terms of having a regular paycheck coming in, that kind of stuff. And I was like, this is my only chance to really do something that I thought I was good at. It combines literally like almost all my skill sets quite neatly, and people are being super receptive. Within this first month and a half, 2 months of being on Twitch, I've had like one large ticket donation. I've had people come in and just say that they had to they wanted to support me 100% just because of how much joy I bring to the screen when I'm interacting with people. And it's just like I don't want to talk too much about it, like about myself or that kind of stuff, but like it just like pushed me in a direction, and so I kept going with it. And then I started getting a bunch of people showing up that were like regulars and whatnot. And Courtney's sending me a message over Google Home right now. Uh, so let me go get her my coffee mug. I'll be right back. anyways, so it's just been really positive, the reception I've been getting. And on top of that, I have like a bunch of regulars that are hanging out with me, you know, throughout the day when I'm streaming. I wouldn't say it was like a lot, but they're still important to me because, you know, every single person that's there is important to me. But so, like, I'm in this position of like kind of building a community and having an opportunity to do something like that. And I just thought that was extra special. And on top of that, like, I talked briefly about an app that I was working on in relation to like Animal Crossing, things like that. And I did a huge pivot, or sort of a huge pivot, just based on getting to know the Animal Crossing community a little bit more, getting to know some of the things that people in the Animal Crossing community are using currently in in augmentation of the game that they're playing, right? The game that we're all playing. I came to start to think that this idea that I had wasn't exactly as critical or crucial, and not exactly like the win I needed, and possibly also overly complex. But upon kind of deep diving into streaming on Twitch and game streaming in general, I stumbled upon another idea in relation that's basically in support of the community that I'm forming. So I haven't started anything yet. It's just been a concept that's been ruminating for the last month. Actually, I did start. I wrote 2 lines of notes on this notepad over here to the left of my laptop, and it's basically like the two features that this app's going to have. It's just it just makes sense. Like the way that I'm starting with it, the way that I'm going about it, it's very simple. The features are very direct. It helps create value within the community that I'm building, which has got like a feedback loop. It's also an insurance policy because it's something that I'm incredibly passionate about right now. It's driving me, and I think that's going to help me in terms of my like being hireable by other employers if a situation occurs where I have to go find a job really quick or anything like that. I should be able to take all this stuff and use it to kind of make it so that Courtney and I don't have to move back north or do anything super crazy like that, and completely uplift our lives from what we're doing right now. But the big goal is to kind of shoot for the fences and take the time that I have here. I don't know how long it's going to last, right? Because I don't know how long, you know, what's going on with my employer, whether they're going to call me back and be like, hey, we got to do this, or we're going to shut down forever or whatever. I don't know how much time I have in that regard. So I'm just kind of like pushing super hard and all that kind of stuff. As usual, I'm jibber jabbering. but but yeah, so this, I don't want to say that this is the end of this channel. But I have to spend a lot of time over on Twitch. I'm spending all this time like working behind the scenes when I'm off stream. There's so much stuff that goes on behind the scenes that I'm doing in support of all this stuff. And in addition to that, I'm going to be working on this app in support of the community. So this video, as far as things go, is kind of my big ask to y'all that have been here, that have kind of followed through this experience, to please come to my Twitch channel, follow me on Twitter, especially if you're in Animal Crossing, but just come hang out with me on Twitch, or subscribe to me. It doesn't even have to cost you anything in terms of like if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you can come over there and get a free subscription to me, and it supports me financially as a streamer and allow me to push this whole thing to a whole nother level. And that's it. That's all I got. I'd love to keep on doing more videos here, but I'm going to keep on focusing over on the Twitch end of things. I have a GameTangent channel that I'm building up, which is, you know, focused around the company that I formed, that you all kind of followed through as I went through that process. And I have to start creating content and building stuff for all that kind of stuff. So this isn't technically the end, but I just need to acknowledge that that's where I need to place my focus in this current time, especially with everything that's going on, especially with how many unknowns I have in terms of how long this situation is going to continue, and how long am I going to be able to do this as a full-time gig without concern for how difficult it is to actually make money. So yeah. Anyways, I made this huge investment. I got this really great PC that should be coming in. We're crossing our fingers that it's actually going to get here before Cyberpunk 2077, because that's the big game that I'm going to be streaming, aside from all the other content. I know it's a bit of a mismatch between like Animal Crossing and some of the more wholesome things that I'm doing, but the community that I'm a part of seems to be interested in it, and it's something that I'm interested in, and I think those two things combined should make it okay. I don't want to overthink it, you know. Excuse me, but yeah, I just want to update y'all, kind of share that whole thing. The videos that I've made that are gonna go up in a year from now, all throughout this whole last few months. Any of the ones I made, they'll go up, you know. But at this point, I think I can't promise anything else because most of the content's gonna be over there on Twitch. But yeah, if I keep on talking, I'm gonna keep on jibber jabbering. So please come find me over there, hang out with me, say hi, let me know that this is where you came from. I'd love to talk to you more, engage with you over there on that platform in a more of an interactive capacity. And yeah, that's it. I hope to see you there. Comment below, like and subscribe if you want. And whenever I get a chance, I'll come back. I'll probably do more of these kind of updates as time and focus permits. But I hope you're all safe. Please take care, and hopefully I'll see you all soon. All right.